I am live. Hello, everybody. Thank you for coming in and hanging out tonight. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna wait till I get some people in here. I wasn't really planning on going live, but it just happened, so I'm gonna see what I can do with this phone and set it up. Right. Nope, that's not gonna work. I don't know what I'm gonna do here with this phone, but we'll figure it out. So I've just been busy. I've been busy in the garden, doing a lot of stuff around the house, having a huge get together at my house this weekend, for my stepdaughter who is, moving to Alaska. So I'm going to be doing that. And so I've just been putting out a lot of videos. I haven't really been going live as much. Because I've just been busy with life. So, hopefully I can get some people in here. Usually I do. So I'll wait. And if I don't, then I'll just get off of here. No big deal. I think I can just leave my phone up here. My phone is a pain in the butt. And anyway, nope, not gonna work. So anyway, I've just been super busy. Hello, my one person. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate it. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. So today was a day we got some rain, and we actually hadn't been getting a lot of rain. So it was actually really nice for the plants. It wasn't like a huge storm or anything. It was like, you know, just a little drizzle, but it was nice. And the plants really liked it. So, hold on one second. I don't know what I'm gonna do here, but I gotta like put my phone down. Oh, there. I'll try not to move the table. Hello, DJ Dravizio. Thank you for coming in. Oh, now I got 6 people in the house. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. So yeah, and tonight is a really kind of a rare night because I have a fan and I have a light. So even more exciting because I've been doing this in the dark for a little bit. Hello, thank you for coming in, Jack Barrett. If I can not shake the table, that'd be great. So, just been really busy, and life is just life. So make sure you give me a thumbs up. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. I've been painting a lot, which is really nice because I really haven't painted in a long time. So I've just been painting. I did some chickens, and I've been looking at a lot of paint supply stuff on Amazon. And yeah, so I've just been painting a lot. I've also been like, I don't know why. Oh, well, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for coming in. I'm trying not to put my hands on the table because my table shakes a little bit and I don't want that phone to knock down. What else? I don't know. Oh my God, you guys, I have so many freaking cucumbers in the refrigerator from the garden. And I noticed today I didn't have, what I like to do is, wait, hold on. That's like freaking disgusting. Go to OnlyFans or something. So anyway, I have all these freaking cucumbers and I was going to make them into pickles. And so I have all these cucumbers. Anyway, today, what I do is I wrap them in tinfoil. and then I put them in the refrigerator, and it seems to like really preserve them a lot longer than normal. So I'm really hoping that they last a little longer, or at least till this weekend, because I usually do all that with my husband, and it's easier when you have a partner to do it with, to help with the processing and stuff. Also, I have a ton more cucumbers in the garden too. On top of it all, I went and looked yesterday. Oh, my eye's really red from rubbing it. Sorry, y'all. It's like crazy. So yesterday I was in the garden and I was watering, and I noticed I had a ton of cucumbers on there, but I just didn't pick them because I was like, I don't want to pick them yet. But then it rained today, so I'm just gonna end up getting a freaking ton of cucumbers again tomorrow. I like the video and I subscribed it. I like the live. Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it, guys. So I'm doing that. By the way, I don't mind the sloppy mess of this, but I'm going to show you anyway. This is the chicken I drew. Does it look good? I painted it, actually. So I've just been doing a lot of chickens lately. I thought it looked pretty cool. So I've been painting a lot, and then today, I was looking, I couldn't find it, but I was looking for some peppermint oil, and I couldn't find it anywhere. So anyway, while I was going through everything, I found a ton of canvases. Oh my God, it's you again. Go to OnlyFans for this crap. This is not what this is about. So go lay an egg. So you took my other... You think that's good? Oh, I don't know. I love to paint. I've done a lot of cool paintings, but I'll show it again. Are you sure? I did this one too, but this one is my favorite. I painted it and it didn't have the white, and then I went back and added the white. So, yeah. I thought it was kind of cool. I thought he kind of looked like an old man though with the frills, but I decided to use those colors because mainly like when I do, like when you typically do chickens, like they usually have like the red and the red comb, and I'm like, I wanted to do something different. So that's what I have going on with him. So, sorry, I knew that was going to happen when I knocked into the table. Oh, well, thank you. Well, that makes me feel good. Thank you. I appreciate it. I didn't, I don't know. Sometimes, like, I go through phases where I'm like, is that good? Like, I question myself. If I tried that, that paper would die. Yeah, I have, actually, this entire porch is done with my chickens. I'll show you. Ouch. Hold on. There's one of them. And then I've done these ones. And this one is like a really cool chicken. Like, he's a really cool turkey, I mean. I did that turkey. I did these chickens. And I've done that one. And that one. And I don't know if I like this or not, but I've done this. So these are supposed to be outhouses. I did this one a long time ago, years ago. I don't even think I have a date on it. Maybe on the back. Nope, I don't even know when I did that. Well, thank you, Jack. I appreciate it. Hold on. Whew. So, yeah, I've just been... Well, thank you. If you think I'm really talented, I really appreciate it. I do second guess myself a lot because I don't know. I never had, hey, oh my God, it's Diggs. Hey, Diggs. Thanks for coming in. Thank you for still being a member. I appreciate it. I don't I mean, I know how to paint a little bit. I've never had any like training or went to school for it or anything. I just like to do it. And so, yeah. Hey, Alfonso, thanks for coming in. Hey, Rebel, thanks for coming in. Thank you for saying that. That's really nice of you. But I also, like, with my mom and stuff, like, I grew up not being, I don't know how to explain it. Never to brag about myself, never to be showy. So when I do things that people like and so whatnot, or like when I sing, I kind of get embarrassed because I didn't grow up with the praises. Does that make sense? I don't know. So anyway, I have a funny story. So I love to sing karaoke and I haven't done it in years. So my husband and I found this really awesome bar that his friend is he's not a chef there, but he's a line cook there. So we would go, and on Saturday nights they have karaoke, and I love to sing karaoke. It's been years. I used to do it all the time in college. Like every Wednesday night actually was my karaoke night. And I don't know why we would stay up all night, and then I would get up really early and go to college the next day in Cleveland, which was like an hour away. So I was wild. But anyway, so we used to go karaoke all the time. So I haven't been in years. It's been a very, very long time. So I'm singing some songs or whatnot, and I can hear, and I'm not being braggadocious, but I thought this was funny. So I sang a song or whatever. I sang a couple songs, and I can hear a woman saying, I know who she is. She travels around. She does karaoke at all these places. And I'm like, no, I don't. I haven't sang karaoke in like 10 years. So that kind of I was like, wow. It made me laugh. Yeah. So we went back a couple of times, but I haven't been actual karaokeing in a really long time before that. So it was kind of funny. Yeah, and I had people coming up to my table and saying, oh, I can tell you're a professional. And I'm like, I'm not a professional, guys. I just really like to sing. But thank you. So that's my little karaoke story. I forget what I was going to say, what I was going to talk about. I have a bunch of pickles, like I said, wrapped up in cucumbers wrapped up in my fridge. Hopefully they will make it by the end of the week. And so we can get that done. I just been super busy. By the way, this is our new fan/light thing I have going on. And it's really cool. It looks industrial. So I have that on this porch, and it's amazing out here. So I can enjoy the outside, have that fan on, and I have a light. So I'm not a professional, but I did sleep in a Holiday Inn last night. Okay. That's funny. That is funny. So I've been really into painting lately. So hopefully I will get some paintings done, and I don't know, maybe I'll do some scenery. I had this one where I was doing this turkey, and I was second guessing myself, and I hate it. I hate the freaking turkey. The only turkey I like is this one that I've done. That one. Okay, see? That one. That's the only turkey I've done that I like. And I actually really surprised myself on that one. Sometimes I do stuff and I'm like, why the hell did I do that? Or I will paint something and I overdo it. And I'm just like, why did I add those extra lines? Why did I do that? And then I will like throw it away. So I get super frustrated. Hello, Jack Barrett. So I've been putting out a lot of shorts. I hope you guys are enjoying those. So that was kind of the goal I have set for myself, is just to put out a lot of shorts. And I've been doing phenomenal with that. I'm like really happy with the feedback that I'm getting and the people that are commenting. And I'm still getting people commenting on my videos I made 4 years ago, which is amazing to me. So I think that's kind of cool. But the garden is doing really good. I have a lot of beans coming up. I'm going to be doing a lot of green beans this year. Yeah, I hope so. You know, I'm not going to be like, "Oh yeah, do it," because it's going to be really up to you and what you want to do. But I'm glad I did, because there for a while I didn't want to do this anymore. I did it. Okay, one, my reasoning for doing this is because I love to garden and I wanted to learn more. And two, I wanted to make friends. And that was like the main reasons why I wanted to do this. But people are just so freaking evil and nasty and mean. And I'm just really, and there was so much drama. There was just so much drama. And I am not a dramatic person. I'm not into drama. I didn't want that. I didn't ask for that. And so I almost didn't want to do this anymore. And then something inspired me and I started doing this again. I forget who it was. I forget who it was who inspired me, but I just felt like, okay, I can do shorts. I can do that. Little teeny videos and just put them out there. And I can do that. So I've been doing that and it's not too bad. Sometimes like my videos, like I think that are really good, don't do shit. And then the videos that I don't put any time or effort into get thousands of views. So I don't really have a rhyme or reason anymore. I thought I did, but I don't. I just do what I do. And if I get some subscribers, then I get some subscribers. And that's just the way it's going to be for right now. So I don't know. But my life has just been really difficult the past few weeks. And I'm just trying to find a space in my own life. Does that make sense? Oh, I'm just trying to find a space. I've been taking care of my mother-in-law. She's been here. She can't be by herself. So it's been like 3 weeks. So I've been doing that. I've been taking care of my son. My son had me to the point yesterday where I wanted to jump off a cliff. No, it was the day before yesterday. It was horrible. He was being so horrible. And I was like, I've had it. I can't do this. I had my moment. And I think most parents do, but I just like really like, I couldn't take it anymore. He was driving me nuts. I feel bad for saying that. For those of you who don't know, my son is autistic. And we've been trying for the past 3 or 4 weeks to potty train him. And it's gone okay, but not gone okay, like at the same time. So I've just been exhausted. I only have 41 subscribers and I try really hard. Well, that's cool. You know, everybody has to start somewhere. I remember when I only had 50, and I wanted to go live and I was like, why can't I go live? I think you have to have 100 subscribers or something to go live. So you can do it. And I worked really, really hard to get to the point where I'm at. So anyone can do it. You just have to be able to work hard and don't. I think a lot of people, when they join a community, they think they can be a part of that community and take advantage of people. I think I had that happen to me multiple times, where people would take advantage of me for subscribers. And, oh, I can get a ton of subscribers if I go on her panel or whatnot. And so you just have to really be careful with people like that. I haven't done a panel live in a really long time. I actually got rid of my program. So I haven't decided whether or not I want to get back into it. I don't know. I don't know if I have time, and I don't know if I want to spend the money, to tell you the truth. So I've just been doing little shorts and little lives like this. So that's, what's going on. And so anyway, people can be really evil and really cruel. And they can also have that gang stalker mentality. And I hate that. I don't click with anybody. I am not a click follower. And I'm definitely not, if somebody's gang stalking someone, I'm not like, oh yeah, I'm I don't fall in line with anybody. That's why, if shit was going to hit an what they call it, SHTF situation, I'd probably be the first to die, because I don't fall in line. I don't fall in line with anybody. I am myself. I do things on my own accord, and I don't care about other people's opinions. I will just do it. And so, I don't fall in line with anybody else. And so I think a lot of people do. And I just can't believe that. It kind of shocked me to find out that people don't do that. That people do that. They fall in line and they copy other people. And they unfriended them, so I'm going to unfriend them. Oh, they stopped subscribing to them, so I'm going to do it too. I don't follow people. I make my own choices and my own opinions. And so I found out that a lot of people do that, and they don't think for themselves. And it's kind of really sad. So anyway, that's my story, my YouTube story, and I'm sticking to it, I guess. But thank you guys for coming in. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up, and I appreciate it. I feel bad because I think a lot of people along the line, when I was going through everything that I was going through, I kind of cut people off and I stopped talking to a lot of people. And it wasn't like they did something to me. I just felt like I couldn't trust anybody. So I stopped talking to a lot of people. Sorry, but I had to protect my own peace. So you can choose to be in my life or choose not to be. So that is that. So the weather has been excruciatingly hot. I don't know where you guys are all from, but I am Northeast Ohio, and the weather has been horrific. 80s to 90 degrees every day, hot, muggy. Even with the air conditioner on, it's still like, oh my God, I cannot believe it's so hot out here. But in here, it's nice. I have the door open a little bit, the fan blowing on me, and it's actually not that bad on this porch. There's a breeze, so not bad. By the way, with this fan, I've never had a fan do this before. There's several settings on this fan, and one of them is just a breeze setting where it will go low and then go high and go low and then go high, and I'm like, what in the hell? I've never had a fan do that ever before, so I thought that was kind of super and kind of really funny. Hello, thank you for coming in, Chef Tech. Mark, appreciate it. And thanks for coming back in, Diggs. I appreciate it. Thanks for the thumbs up as well. It's appreciated. So anyway, okay, so I've been dying to talk about this all day. The Ozzy Osbourne concert that happened on Saturday. I don't know why, you guys. I have been so emotional over that concert. One, I wish I would have been there. Like, I would have died. Like, that would have been the concert of a lifetime. And two, I just cried because I love Ozzy Osbourne, okay? I'm obviously not old enough to know the stuff that he did during the 60s and the 70s. But I just, you grow up on Ozzy. And I grew up on Ozzy. And I just bawled my eyes out, guys. I did. I'm like, I just feel like it's an end of, I love metal music. I am a huge metal music girl. I have been. That's actually what inspired me to want to be in radio, because I love metal. And so I was so sad to see him up there not looking great. I mean, of course he looked good because he's a showman, but you can tell that he didn't even stand for the concert. And I just felt so heavy and so sad. Like, it's the end of, there'll never be another person like Ozzy Osbourne. Never. Okay, now they're trying really hard to push Youngblood, okay? And he's a young guy, but I'm old. So I'm just like, it's Youngblood. And what the fuck is it? What is up with that name? Youngblood should be like a freaking rapper's name. And I just feel like he's young. And then I go to realize all the people that I grew up listening to. Godsmack was my favorite band of all time. I've seen them like 5 or 6 times. Yeah, it's spelled YUNGBLOOD, I think. That's how he spells it. And he's like really good with friends with the Osbourne family. He's also British. And he's saying changes amazingly. And he's a really good vocalist. And I like the way he dresses. But I don't know. I just don't know. How do you guys feel about it? Do you even want to listen or watch? I don't know. But he did a really good job. And he's funny. He is funny, okay? He does some funny stuff. I don't know who he reminds me of. Maybe a young Mick Jagger, but without the lips. Sorry, but I just don't get into that. I don't like Mick Jagger. Not my thing. The Rolling Stones were definitely not my thing. I was surprised that Slayer was there. Me too. I was surprised that a lot of bands were there. By the way, I was watching. Okay, so I love Alice in Chains. Okay, grew up with Alice in Chains. Freaking. Okay, so they played before, obviously before Ozzy got up there. And I was like, they should have retired a long time ago. They should have never came back with another singer. You cannot replace the original singer to Alice in Chains. That guy had an unbelievable voice, Oh, okay. Bye, Jack. Thanks for coming in. So that guy had an unbelievable voice. And so I was like, wow. I wasn't really that impressed by that. And I grew up listening to like Stained and Godsmack, and I was a part of that era that just, I was so into metal. Like I would be at a metal show every weekend. I loved it. And so that's a part of my life that I don't really talk about that much. Yes, Lane Stanley was awesome. Staley. I read it wrong. And so I grew up with that. Not to mention my brother. I mean, my brother had one of Marilyn Manson's first albums. So, you know, I grew up with Marilyn Manson and all of those. So it's like, now I see him, I don't know. I just can't believe everybody's getting so old. It's making me feel old. It's making me feel, I don't know, sad. Is that the word for it? But I'm not sad because I don't feel old. But I'm sad that everybody around me is getting old. Does that make sense? And the thing with Ozzy just made me so sad. I love metal. My brother always keeps inviting me to metal shows. And I really wanted, there was Slipknot was playing, and I really wanted to go, but I can't go. Like, I have my son and my husband, and I can't just leave my son. So, Metallica, Anthrax, Slayer, and I can't remember if Megadeth was there. I know, yeah, I definitely know Metallica was there in Anthrax. But I didn't see any videos with Slayer in it, but I know they were there. Disturbed was there. Rage Against the Machine. I think Limp Bizkit, but I'm not sure. I got confused. I didn't watch the whole thing because I kept getting views from here and there and here and whatever, so I can't remember. But it would have been an amazing concert. By the way, I was shocked to see Jason Momoa out there. I knew like he was like a Harley dude, and I knew he was in a bike club. I knew he was a Harley dude in a bike club, and I know he has like, he plays his own music, and stuff like that. But I didn't know he was that into it, and apparently Jason Momoa like headed up, he was the host of the show. And then Pantera played, by the way, it's so exciting. Pantera played, and he got in the pit, and I was like, my jaw dropped. Like, I couldn't believe that he was into that. But I totally miss heavy metal music. I miss that. I'm going to start listening to it more. I've been listening to Ozzy like all weekend. I've been listening to Ozzy all weekend. It's just sparked this fire in me that I haven't had in a long time because I'm a mom. And I just feel like I don't really listen to that, but I do. It is who I am. Anyway, I know I'm rambling, but I watched Slayer play War Ensemble. Cool. That's really cool. When I was in high school, I've had many, many opportunities to see Slayer, and I never did. And I wish I would have now. There's many things that I wish I would have seen now. And my husband and I were talking about it because we had multiple Ozfests here in Ohio for different things, Columbus and stuff like that. And I just never went. Well, one, I'm a girl, and most of my friends did not listen to that music. I did. It was my favorite. It was because I had that, influence from my brother. And so, I didn't really have anybody to go with either. But I really wish I would have went to the Ozfests and stuff like that. I really wish that I could have experienced that. You need to listen to Disturbed. I have listened to it. Yeah, it's pretty good. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Is Tusa? You just need attention as a mother. I don't think you have much time left for housework and your child. Women are like flowers and they need is love and attention, and you are gorgeous, don't feel. What? Hi? I don't need attention. I'm good with that. I'm not an attention getter. I never have been. And if you watch my videos, I'm not in them. I shoot out. The only time you'll probably ever see me is when I'm doing a live. I am not an attention seeker. But thank you. And I'm definitely not a flower. I like flowers, but I am not a flower. No. Thank you, though. So, yeah. But yeah, I do like Disturbed. I think that guy can really sing well. I didn't understand, apparently when he got on stage, he got booed, and I didn't get it. But apparently he is Jewish, and I didn't know that. And so he is, I think he's anti-Palestine or something. I'm not sure. But anyway, people booed him on the stage. And that's kind of sad, because I wish I wish people that were in metal music and people around metal music would just kind of stay neutral and not talk about politics, because I like listening to metal to get away, and to get away from reality. And you listen to it and you're like, yeah, and especially when I was younger, I used to listen to metal and go to metal shows just to get away. It's, and so I don't want to correlate that with politics, So anyway, that's my idea on it. Once a rock star talks about politics, game over. Yeah. I'm really not into it. Except for Ted Nugent. And I guess he's a rock star. But I get why Ted Nugent is talking the way he's talking and doing the things he's doing, and I don't know. But if he was preaching at a rock concert, then I'd be like, it's just not my thing. But yeah, Kid Rock needs to slow it down a little bit. And yeah, that's kind of annoying. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I do like Kid Rock. I think he's a really nice guy. And I think he's super down to earth. But I just actually haven't listened to his music in a very, very long time. But so it was kind of cool, because I joined this group on Facebook about the concert. So it was everybody that attended the concert, and they're showing their cell phone. By the way, I think that's so weird, because growing up at the metal shows and stuff, we never had cell phones. I didn't have a cell phone. We didn't do that. So it's really weird when you go to a rock show, you had a lighter, and that's what you used, not your phone. So we never had videos. So when you see people in the mosh pit, and they're in the mosh pit and they have their cell phone in their hand, it's kind of like, no, dude. What are you doing? That's kind of dumb. But there was a lot of people taking video, and I'm glad that they did, because in the audience, there was a lot of famous people. They just got a ticket somehow, and they showed up, and they sat anywhere. Give it up for Halestorm. If you have not listened to them, you need to. They totally rock. And I was really excited for them. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. By the way, I saw her sing karaoke, just regular karaoke in some karaoke bar. And I was like blown the hell away. She can sing unbelievably. Oh, I wouldn't say 80s rock because I can't stand Motley Crue. And I hate Nikki Sixx. Cannot stand that man. I think he is a douche and a half. So I don't think 80s was the last. But yeah. I just miss the metal shows. Pantera is coming to Northeast Ohio, and I was gonna buy tickets. They were like $60 a piece. I was gonna do it and surprise my husband, but he's not off on that day. I was like, damn. Because I would have totally went to see them. Motley Crue only had 2 real good albums, Home Sweet Home and Onward Junk. Yeah, for real. Van Halen, the original Crew. Yeah. Now I do love 80s hair bands. I love 80s hair bands. Poison, Cinderella, the Scorpions. I do love all that, but I don't know. It's just times have so changed. It just makes me feel sad. And I love Ozzy. I just love him. I love the family. I love the entire freaking family. I think that's another thing. It's like, if that was my dad, I would be so proud. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, he's been through, it's, he's had a lot of drugs, okay? There's a lot of drugs in that. But overall, like, you know, I don't know. If it was my dad, I'd be super proud. Too Fast for the Loan and Shout All the Devil were good. I miss songs with a storyline. Yes, yes. It's like a lot of people don't take the time to write a song, or they do like AI and they just I think you would like Youngblood Diggs if you like a good storyline as well. He has some decent songs out right now, so he's just different. He is, yeah, I don't know, he kind of reminds me of a punk rocker. Kind of like a punk scene, I don't know. Yeah, but I miss songs with a storyline too. Something good. But that is my extent of hair metal. Long story short, hair metal is where all the in crowd listened to. I wasn't in that crowd, so I went to thrash because, yeah. There's nothing wrong with thrash metal. It's all good. Hold on, I'm gonna try and set this up because my arm is getting numb. Let's see what I can do here. Sorry. Oop. Yeah, I can do it that way. I just have to like look into the camera a little bit. Yeah, I like good thrash metal. That's awesome. My first concert was Judas Priest. Oh, Judas Priest was there, which I thought was kind of cool. By the way, who needs oxygen backstage? Like, that guy is like super old, and like he was like did a show and then he goes backstage and he's like taking oxygen, and I'm like, okay, Meatloaf. At least when Ozzy did it, like, you knew, like, Ozzy like prepared himself for tour. Like, he exercised and got himself ready for tour. And but like, I don't know why you would need oxygen backstage. Like, you must get like super hyped. I can't imagine being on that stage and singing in front of like 40 or 50,000 people. Like, The metal shows that I used to go to, like, they were so personal. And, like, you knew them. It would be a smaller stage. So, Meatloaf, stop right there. I gotta know right now. Gotta love some Meatloaf, though, for sure. That's funny. But the thing with Ozzy just made me super sad. I don't know why. I don't know if I'm just hormonal or what. But I just, like, bawled my eyes out. I think it's because, like, I can relate to his kids. Like, they're my age, you know? And so, just like, I can't imagine that being your dad, you know? And then he's going through everything that he's going through with the Parkinson's disease and stuff like that. It's just sad. It just made me sad. Think about this. After the Soviet Union fell, Metallica played a festival in front of 1.5 million people. Yeah, like, I can't even fathom that. Like, I can't, like, you obviously have a microphone, but, like, you can't, it's so far away. And the stage is so far away. I don't know. I just thought, wow, that's just a lot and so not personal anymore. There's a disconnect between the band and the people. You know? I don't know. And I don't blame them. I don't really call it selling out. I really don't. Because then everybody likes them and you go and see them. I've seen Metallica. Honestly, the only reason why I went is because Godsmack was playing before them. But, like, I don't know. It's just you have a disconnect between you and the audience when you have that many people in your audience. Like, you know, at least in a smaller venue, you can be a little more personal. I was really excited. I had bought, it was a long time ago, I told myself I was going no matter what. But even if I had to go by myself, I bought myself Godsmack tickets. I bought 2 in case somebody else wanted to go. And I bought Godsmack tickets, and it was like in a theater. And the theater was super small. And it was on Halloween night. And it was seriously the best concert ever. It was an all acoustic show. It was freaking amazing. They'll never do that again. But it was just amazing. Many bands are trying to make a comeback now. Just retire on the memories of when you were great. Yeah, for sure. Like the Alice in Chains thing, they definitely need to. And I don't know how I feel about Linkin Park either. Like, they got a new singer, and I'm just, like, not into it. Not into it at all. And I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it, but I don't know. But I love Killswitch Engage. That's, like, one of my second to favorite bands. And they got a new singer. And I haven't really bothered because their original singer was amazing, but he had to quit because he's a diabetic and he couldn't do it anymore because the touring was messing with his diabetes. And, yeah. And so he was an amazing singer. So then after that, it was just like, why? I think Drowning Pool in on their 3rd singer now. Oh, yes. And who else? Static X is another one. Wayne Static was amazing. And he died. The band should have died too. Don't replace Wayne Static. You're not going to. That guy was amazing. You know? It's just sad. I mean, these people die of drug overdose all the time. But it's like you can't continue. That's like Nirvana getting another singer. I have Static X CDs and I'm 59. That's okay. Yeah, but Static X is amazing, and they were amazing, and it's like, don't replace Wayne Static. Don't do it. Um, yeah. Who in here is a Rob Zombie fan? I am a Rob Zombie fan. I like White Zombie, and I love Rob Zombie. I am a fan. And so I had bought tickets a long time ago to see Rob Zombie at a really small theater. And it was amazing. He played all of his, like, before he got on stage, they played like all of his old, like his horror movies. Some of the movies hadn't even been published yet. They weren't even out there, so they played some of those. Um, it was amazing. It was amazing. And he like came out in the audience, and I was like not too far away from him, and I was like so excited. My husband was like, it was a really great concert. It was really good. He did a phenomenal job. And he's like awesome guy. Did you know that Dolly Parton is his manager? I bet a lot of people didn't know that. But yeah, I was just like, oh my God, that it was just a really, really great concert. I was listening to White Zombie like a year and a half before anyone knew who they were. Yeah, that's what kind of usually happened to me too. I was listening to stuff way before anybody else. And here in my town is a big, this is where like Mushroomhead got started. So it was a big thing. And so we've heard a lot of music, Mushroomhead's music, before they became, famous. And they used to do little clubs, and I interned at a club where they played. And so I hung out with the guys backstage. Hello, Howie. Thank you for coming in. We're talking about metal music, and we're talking about Ozzy Osbourne's Last Hurrah on Saturday and how sad I was. Clutch was a good one. Mark the Robot. Yeah. Thanks for coming in, guys. But yeah, so I don't know why Ozzy made me super emotional. I just felt super old. I'm like, man, I don't know, maybe I feel like I missed out or something. There's just a handful of people I really want to see, and I know I probably will never get to see them. One of them is David Allan Coe, and I don't think I'll ever get to see him. He used to play at a bar not too far from here, and he's old now, and like back then he was old. It was like 10 years ago. And he would get up on stage with freaking a walker. And so I don't know. Like, I don't think he'll ever tour again. I think that's it. Like, so there's people. I did see Dolly Parton, and you have to see Dolly Parton. Like, that's like number one on your list. So I did get to see her. And I saw Godsmack and Stained over the summer last year. And before, because I guess Godsmack, like, some of the people in Godsmack retired. I don't know why, because they're really not that old. They're in their 50s. They're not that old. That's not old. I had a snake called Ozzy. That's funny. The regulator and electric worry. What? What's that? I'm sorry. But yeah, so I don't know. It just made me sad to think about how it's an end of that. By the way, Black Sabbath was freaking amazing. Oh, Clutch songs. Thank you. I'm like, what? It came out of the blue, so I didn't know what you were talking about. Black Sabbath was amazing. I don't know where Gil is. I have no clue. Yeah. So they're the ones that created the genre of metal music. They created it. And to have them retire, it's just like, and some of the newer metal bands are just not good. Not good. Like, I don't know. And it just makes me sad. Yeah, turntable. Sabbath was awesome. Yes. Yes. Gil had a fallout with YouTube. He backed off for a while. Yeah, yeah. Oh my god, the pervert's back. Hold on. I hit him from the channel again for the 50th time. Um, yeah, so Sabbath ranked right up there with Motorhead and the creation of metal. For sure, for sure. Hey, Happy Mac. It's always the same perv. He says the same crap. I'm like, go to OnlyFans, man. Not here. Thanks for coming in, Happy Mac. Maybe sex education class with aliens from far off worlds sounds. Yeah, we can add in the Anunnaki and talk about the alien DNA with. Yeah, I'm all about that. I love aliens. I can go deep with that, Howie. um, but yeah, so I don't know. I'm just sad because I feel like a part of that, I know a part of my life is over. It's just, yeah, yeah. Anunnaki and Nephilim, mating rituals. Yeah, we can talk about that. People are like, what the hell are these people talking about? But yeah, I think maybe in a past life I was Anunnaki. Yeah. I've been really into that over the summer. Like, really into that. Watching every show that I can think about with that in it. And just like, yeah. Um, I don't know. Maybe it's not that that part of my life is over. It's not over. I'm just like, I still love metal music. I don't know. Maybe it's I can't get that time back. Maybe that's why I'm sad. Corky knows I'm half insane, so there's. I love you, Diggs. You're not insane completely. Oh, half. Yeah, maybe half. Ugh. I would like some king crab in my life. That would be amazing. I love king crab. And I just pulled on that, sorry. I love freaking king crab. I would like that in my life. King crab needs to be less expensive. I sat next to Eric Von Degen at an Ancient Alien. No way. You went to an Ancient Aliens convention? Conference? That's cool. I would love to meet Giorgio and get his autograph. Yeah. Giorgio with the hair. For sure. That guy is like so amazing. He's smart and he gets the TV thing. You met Giorgio? Oh, Chef Tech, I'm so jealous. That's really actually kind of cool. I know they were doing another one of those, but I didn't have money to go. But yeah, that would have been really cool to go. Yeah. Giorgio. Yep. Hopefully people know what we're talking about. Corky, you and I need to make a road trip each fall to get a truck full of crab for our freezers. For sure. What? Hold on. What's going on? That dude's hair is wild. I think that's why I kind of like him. Like, he's just wild. And he wears a velvet jacket. Like, what? Told you Mark was a robot. Naked pictures, I hope. Naked pictures of what? Of Giorgio? I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I think he's a nice guy. I don't want to see him naked. I'm good. Got to keep that shit professional. His classic blue suit. That's funny. That is so funny. Wow. We are all alike, which is freaking hilarious. We are all like one and the same. That is so funny. Yes, velvet jacket, like he escaped from Clue. Yes. Yes. I want to meet Josh from. Yes, I do too. Oh my gosh, I love that. I love Expedition Unknown. Yes. He is doing a tour too, if that's what you're talking about. He's doing kind of like a little tour as well. I don't know if you get to meet him or if it's just like you can go and watch him talk on a like TV screen. Like, I don't really know. I'd hate to pay money to go and see it and then he actually not be there. I think he's hilarious too. It it was in DC during the Obama debates. The hall was empty, lots of interactions. That's cool. Josh is the hottie, right? I think so. I haven't seen him. I don't think he's hot, but um he he's like the host of Expedition Unknown. He does like a lot of traveling. Goes here, goes there. And he is an archaeologist. So it's kind of really cool. Ooh, a grizzly warrior. Hello. Thank you for coming in, Grizzly. Yeah, so very interesting, very cool. I would love to see him for sure. I'm glad that these dudes like do travel around so you can actually see them and interact with them. Actually, I really want to talk to Josh about the dense run gold and float my idea about it. I don't think the gold was in dense run. Interesting. I think I'm thinking of a different show. Yes, had to check. Interesting. I don't know. But I do love the Expedition Unknown stuff. Actually, I really have followed Josh's career because he used to be the host to TAPS and the Paranormal Group. He used to be the host on the Sci-Fi Channel. And I kind of followed him from there. And then now he does his own show, which is kind of cool. But I love when he goes to like different places, like, and digs up stuff. So it's really, some of the stuff that he talks about is super, super interesting. So Grizzly Warrior, how did you hear about us here at Wide Family Farm in Corky the Garden Slayer? How did you hear about us? Okay, cool. I have to check it out.